Welcome to the Neen Valley Role-Playing Association, a group of friends who like to play RPGs, role-playing games, and try and have fun. If you like the video, please like and subscribe.
Hey everybody, we're doing something crazy and new. We are playing East Texas University, in which all of our player characters are going to assume some amazing accents. By that, they're going to be British students who have miraculously come to East Texas University. We will be slotting in from time to time as catch can. Around the phenomenal new series that you guys need to check out, which Pete is running. We're going to be playing Pathfinders like you read about. So if you really want to see myself, you want to see John from the other GM that plays. So we'll have two GMs who are going to be stumbling through trying to be characters, and that'll be a lot of fun. So please support Pete in his awesome endeavor. And we'll do this as we go along. What I'd like to do is, instead of immediately going to our characters and giving the description and the whole bit, I'm going to move us into the story, and then we'll try and develop that during play over a short bit, if all of you will bear with me. But next time we play, I will definitely make them hop up and give their 2-minute spiel about their particular characters. As of now, the camera cuts across East Texas to where a family has recently moved into a ranch-style, so 1-floor, 4-bedroom home in the town of. I'm sorry, Grace. What's the town you guys?
Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant, Texas. And I am writing that down as we go. So, you guys your parents picked up a used station wagon, which you'd not heard that term probably, which is a type of vehicle that has a back like a pickup, but is covered. Okay, so it's a big open area, so a large open trunk that has windows around it, but it's covered. And then it has a bench seat in back, and then it has 2 seats up front, typically called a station wagon.
Or like an estate car, we would probably call it.
Very good.
No,
except
it's our neighbour's car. It's Phil's car.
Back. You guys can Google it, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
It's Phil's van.
Yeah.
Truck thing.
It's a silver Malibu Classic, and you sit into the back seat with your worldly possessions in the aft portion of this estate car, or as we would say, the station wagon, as you are trolling through very empty land, moving across towards Pine Box. You can see around you open fields. It's quite flat, but it's starting to roll as you move more towards Pine Box. In the flat area before you get there, you can see massive irrigation systems where from the center of a massive round circle, there's a pipe going up, runs across. There are wheels hanging down from this thing, and it moves in a circular motion around this massive field. It's weird, and it's alien, and it's definitely not English. And as you move into the rolling hills, you see hardwood, sycamore type trees. You're seeing a lot of scrub oak type underbrush. Most everything's deciduous, though you see a couple of pines here, there, and elsewhere. Probably more, not spruce, but definitely not like a pine tree you would see way up in the mountains, but a little more bushy and lower squat things. These rolling hills, the car just eats the miles up as you cruise across at about 70 miles an hour on this 2-lane road that your father is very carefully staying on his side of the road. I'm going to move you across on roll 20 to where you can see coming into town. So let me do that so that you guys can see Pine Box, Texas, all of you at the same time. Pine Box has a bit of a town, downtowny type area, which you can see where I'm pinging. It has a lot more residentially suburb area that's been built up. And then away from it all is the university. You guys are traveling through town on this particular street right here. So you can look out the windows as you go by. You can see there's, of course, a big Walmart. There's a we pass a Dollar General, sort of like Poundland. And you see, there's a Waffle House. Actually, Waffle Houses don't come quite down. I think that there's an IHOP, International House of Pancakes. And you also see a place that says Mom's, which seems to be a diner of some sort. You cruise past the town. You're now see where there's a turnoff. There's a stoplight right about here, which you have to come to a stop, but you can see a sign that says housing. It's like there's some new builds. So there's some signs saying, Keelan Weston Estates and things like that. There's places, advertising, come buy a new house. You move past that and you head up to campus. I will move you to the ETU campus map so we can zoom in slightly. So you're coming up this road, crossing a creek, as they call it in this area, and turn right down this beautiful double thing lined with trees, a double street. You can see ahead of you a large building, multi-floor, that is the administration building, the Dr. Patrick O'Brien administration building. Your father's sat-nav tells him to head to the right, which he does. He moves along this street here, moving down across the campus, and turns up here and then into... actually, there are some folks waving down the new students, and there's a young man. He says, where is your child going? And your dad answers, well, she's going to the Manuel Travis Athletics dorm. And he goes, oh, well, head down to the end of the street, take a left, and your father does so, and you park right about here. There are young men wearing orange shirts that say, "Welcome to ETU," big raven on it, and they have some trolleys for luggage, and they come up to your car and offer to help. And your father starts loading it on there, they move it in, and you are in room 32. This is nicer than you thought it was going to be. It's a bit like going to a Marriott. There's a coffee bar downstairs as well as a juice bar. There is a you can see that there is a cafeteria that actually serves breakfasts in the basement area of your dorm. You're on like I said, you're 32, you're on the 3rd floor. Elevator up, and you start. Your room is what you expected. There's a couple of foot lockers, there's a couple of what you would call wardrobes that are against the wall. There's a desk. There's on each side of the room, there's a desk as well. It's mirrored, and there are 2 single beds. One of them is already made. It has a black coverlet that has a pink rearing unicorn on it, and a hot pink pillow. And you can see that some things have been put in on the desk on the right side of the room. However, your roommate is not here yet. Okay, I've set your scene. I am now going to move quickly across to DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. You arrive mid-afternoon after a long flight from your choice, probably Heathrow. You touch down. It is a fairly large airport. It's a bit like Heathrow in that it's a hub. Atlanta, DFW are some of the big hubs in the U.S. I think American Airlines uses it as its main hub. United, I think, is in Atlanta. Whatever the case, it's a big airport. Not as big as Heathrow, or is quite as busy, but still a massive place. Where you guys bump into each other is after you have picked up your luggage, and you have wandered out through the customs, and there before you is a folding table that's been stood up, and rah, it has some banners for East Texas University. You see that there are multiple tables from different universities in the area who are picking up different students. At the table, there's a young man at the cowboy hat who is leaning back in his chair and is chewing on a toothpick. The two of you walk up at roughly the same time. Ah, you guys ETU bound?
Yes.
Yeah. Where you coming from? You're muted, Rob.
I look back at the airport. Security?
Oh, a funny one. Yeah, jet lag's not so bad coming this way, but it'll hit you a little bit. Just follow me. If you guys have roller bags, he attempts to take at least one or two of those, and he escorts you out the doors to a waiting van that is painted black with a big white stripe down the side that has a nice big raven head in it, and it says East Texas University in bold font. waiting on the bus are 3 or 4 other students who appear in various levels of dazedness from a international trip. Most of them are sleeping. But the 2 of you get on at the same time, and you see that this is a short bus. It's not a massive bus. A lot of room is being taken up with the luggage. And the seats that are left throw the 2 of you together. You could go bother some of the other people that have sprawled out a little bit more, but probably as good British folks, you're not going to go bother somebody. Make the move. So the 2 of you sit. Yeah, exactly. So the 2 of you have a couple of hours, honestly, before you're going to get down to Pine Box. What I would like to do is give you a couple of seconds to introduce yourselves, and in it, you can sort of do your description. So,
Well, introduce ourselves to each other or to the
yes,
to our
to each other, but at the same time, tell them what they see.
I go past the seat and I say, "Please, you have the window."
Oh, thank you. Yes, sorry. Yeah, sorry, I'm Andy. By the way.
Andy, I'm Perch, Charles Perch.
Oh, hi,
You can
Charles.
call me Fish if you want.
Very good. Charles? Yeah. Charlie? Chuck?
No, just Fish. Or Charles.
Okay.
Or
All right.
Perch.
Yeah.
What do you look like? Perch?
Well, definitely
Fish?
not like a perch. So, without being an athletic type, he's slender. He's slim. He obviously does look after himself. And he is 6'2", a little bit gangly, glorious brown hair all over the top of his head. Looks like he can't grow a beard to save his life. He's got glasses on because just in case he fell asleep on the plane, he didn't want to have to take the contacts off. He's got a pretty mouth, and and,
that'll come back to
all
haunt
the
you.
characteristics that I can see in our other players.
Andy?
Yes.
Yeah, Andy he's quite short, slim, obviously not very muscular. His brown hair that's carelessly cut and not combed. It's kind of all over the place. His clothes are, well, it looks like he's just been thrown them on. There's no real sense of style or anything. Geeky t-shirt, jeans, and some fairly thick-rimmed glasses.
Very good. I would suspect each of you probably had 2 carry-on bags, or not carry-on, 2 under the plane bags, 2 checked bags, and a computer bag, backpack, and probably another little carry-on. So if you think about what you own and what you're bringing, that's what you got.
Ooh.
I think. Go ahead.
Oh, in that case, I'm well set up. I've got a whole lab in my suitcase. No, I'm joking.
You guys, I'm going to have you make a vigor roll to stay awake, because it is the long, open, straight road that you're on with the humming of the wheels and the sound of the air conditioner is pretty difficult.
I wanted to...
You want to spin a Benny? No, I'm just joking. I think you do go to sleep.
Any out yet?
Yeah, I have.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was really paying attention.
I'm way ahead. I haven't even done Christine or Pete's issue yet.
Andy falls asleep with his head against the glass.
Absolutely.
I wanted to be nocturnal. Not nocturnal. What do you call it? Narcissistic? No, that's something else. What's the word for people that can't get to sleep? That can't sleep?
Can't sleep.
Oh, insomniac.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wanted to be one of them, but I don't think there's an edge for it.
No, it's not an edge.
More like hindrance.
Yeah, believe me. However, if you want to say that that's something that you've got as a thing, I'm perfectly happy with you
I don't want to take on any more hindrances.
No. You can just write it as a note for yourself that you have a hard time going to sleep. That's fine.
And
with that, I'll give you a +2 on your roll, and you already made it anyway. So you stay awake.
Yeah.
So you get some of the same description. Actually, you don't. I take that back because you actually enter the area from up here. Okay? Going north towards Dallas. And you turn past the some of the housing that some of this is for teachers, some of this is for married students, small apartments. You make the same turn down the grand entryway in front of the administration building. You also take a right, and you guys move down to where there's parking reserved, and here you are. Next to this is number 29, which is the Lester Hughes Dormitory. All of 4 floors. There are stairwells at each end of the building and an elevator on the end closest to the road, but not on the far end. There is no cafeteria. There is no juice bar, coffee bar type of thing. There is instead a open area with some couches and a big screen TV against one wall. There's a ping pong table, and then there's a desk with a RA. And he says, "Okay, who do we have here?" He stands up. He's got a whole set of envelopes.
Charles Perch.
Charles Perch. He looks down a list and he pulls out an envelope. And I would like you to roll.
Reading?
Yeah, roll me a d20. I'll put you on the first or second floor.
My brain does not compute. Where is this D20 you speak of?
Just on the side.
D20? Go for it. 16.
16. You're on the ground floor. So actually, so here in the U.S., this is not ground floor. This is the first floor. Your window actually looks out right onto the grass of the quadrangle, and you are. If you had seen Grace's room, you would know that yours is about half the size. Your beds are bunked, and the bottom one has already been claimed. It has a blanket on it that seems to have some team name. It's sort of a blue and gray combo. It's got this helmet on it, and it says Dallas Cowboys. You see that already there is a poster up on the back of your door of a young lady in a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader's outfit, and it's signed.
Who did I get the envelope from?
You got it. That has the key in it for the room.
Right. So was it a fellow student or was it?
It was a fellow student who serves as one of the residential assistants.
Okay.
And he says, I'm a residential assistant for your floor, by the way. So we'll have a meeting later on to talk about, no hot plates and, crap like that. Don't you dare bring marijuana in here and get caught.
I'm sorry to be awkward, but I can't be on the ground floor.
I don't
that
think
was explicitly expressed in my information pack to the dean.
So you come back out from the room, or does this all happen before I do the room description?
Well, I walk into the room, see that there's a bed and bunk beds and shit, and somebody's already defiled the place with crappy Dallas Cowboy posters.
Very good.
And some shit like that, and it's on the ground floor. And as every investigator knows, you want to be at least in the middle for the floors.
Pete, roll a d20. Pete, roll a d20.
Mm.
So when you come back up, the RA is in the midst of giving an envelope to Pete, and it's on the second floor. The RA goes, well, if you guys want to swap, I don't care.
I don't mind. I'm fine with the first floor.
I just need to make an entry.
With him.
Oh, he's already got a roommate.
Is he in there yet?
Yep. You guys are sort of late showing up as the international students. A lot of folks came over the last weekend.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You could have, but your parents didn't get into Texas until... You've had like 2 days on the ground. Most of it spent just recovering from the trip and exploring your house, writing in your journal, being grumpy about being here. I say that. You do what you want to do during those 2 days. I'm not going to put that on you. So you guys have swapped rooms. So I will do that in.
No, I'm not going to force Andrew to swap room just because,
You
just because.
Your call. You guys do as you choose.
Look, I don't mind. I'm easy.
What's your room again there, Fish? Was it 18?
16?
16.
Hey, I prefer the ground floor. Less stairs.
Well, if you don't mind.
No, fine by me.
It would be better. For me, at least.
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Is that okay? I turn to the helper. Person, man.
So I don't mind. I'll swap your names in here. It's not a big deal.
Excellent.
There might be a short time where things are a little bit dorked up as far as your mail. Your mailbox is in the student union. Your key for your door, you'll see there's a little key next to it. That'll open up your mailbox. If you've got a package, there's a window there. You can get that. And he points out where the dining room is, or the dining facility. He says, it looks like you guys are both on full meal plans. At least it says here. So you guys will be able to get breakfast, lunch, dinner. On your student ID card, and that is in there. You guys sent pictures early on. You'll see there's a barcode on back. That works for your library. That works for your meal plan. There's a couple of fast food places in the local area that'll take that as well, that we've worked some deals with. There's a list of that in your orientation package. There's a coffee bar, and in the student union that serves some sandwiches and things like that you guys can use that instead of a meal if you so choose. That's all on everything's on your student ID. Getting in and out of the building, there's a swipe. Sorry, it's not a tap. We're not there yet. It's old stuff. You have to swipe your cards, barcode, and it'll let you in. They're open today right now for all the move-in. But other than that, you'll have to use your card. You get the same type of orientation, by the way, Grace. And let us take you upstairs to your room. Your room door is open.
Who's we in now? Sorry.
Andy.
Andy's.
And
Okay.
there are about 6 people, varying age, probably parents, grandparents, siblings, who are helping set up your roommate's side of the room. They all turn around as you show up. There's the elder gentleman. They're all Hispanic, and they've been quietly jabbering to each other in Spanish. And he turns around. Oh, are you Manny's roommate? And Manny goes, David, come on. And you see that there is a equally short, like yourself, Hispanic kid. He's wearing a basketball jersey. It says Astros. No, that's baseball. So he's wearing a baseball jersey. It says Astros from Houston. You might recognize that. You might not. And
sorry, this is my room.
Yes.
I thought it had the.
We swapped.
Oh, you got that.
We swapped.
Oh, upstairs. You guys swapped. So this is you. I apologize. He says, so you're Randy's roommate. And he Dad and the whole bit. And then Manny comes over and offers his hand. So he's short. You're tall.
Okay.
He says, my name's Manny.
I'm Perch. Charles Perch. You can call me Fish. In fluent Spanish.
Do you really?
Yes.
I love it. He's taken aback. Oh, and he speaks back to you in Spanish and says, "Oh, how amazing! Yeah, that's wonderful. Call you Fish, you say?"
Yeah, Fish. That's my surname. Perch. It's a fish.
I love it. He says, and he introduces you to the family. They all gather around you. The grandmother gives you a big hug, and you are freaking part of that family for the hour or so that they remain around, sort of making his bed for him. They load his, carefully fold his clothes and put them in the drawers and things like that. This is a bunk bed, and he offers you whether you want top or if you want to be at the bottom.
I'll let you choose, Manny.
He looks at you, and you can see he's looking up and down your height. He goes, "If you don't mind, I'll take this one down here, the lower one. That'd be easier for me to get in and out of."
No worries.
He says, "Are you going to be going to the sweat lodge?" All of us are.
Sweat Lodge.
Ah, you guys remember the letter you received. If you were to look at your introductory letter from the university, you know that there is a new student orientation and social event that is taking place this evening. It is taking place in...
Where is that letter?
You might find it in the folder that I gave you. That's got the your player orientation. Crap. Where?
Oh, the player's guide.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is taking place in the Roost. Nope, the Raven's Nest, I think. Let me see. Where's 18?
Call it.
Gotta take a quick look. Quick look.
Sweat Lodge. It just says sweat. They
Nope.
call it the Sweat Lodge.
Yes, it is
Alright.
taking place in the Roost, which is the soon to be taken down, but still currently being used basketball arena. You see, it has a big raven on top of it. Not incredibly far from some of you guys.
Yeah, I would imagine that I'll take a gander over there.
What's your major, Stretch? His family's left now.
Mechanical engineering.
Oh. I'm a history major. I want to teach.
Well, you know what they say, Manny? Those that can't teach.
Yes, hard sciences. Got it.
It could be worse.
Meanwhile, you have yet to see your roommate, Andy. I need to move.
Pete, I've just got to say, if it's absolutely horrendous, I do apologise.
We'll see.
Nice. So I'm having to move these around because I had them all written down nicely next to the room. I'd put this out. Let's see here. So here we go. However, as the evening progresses and you have put your room together as you would like, door opens and a red-headed kid walks in. He's pretty big. He's about maybe 6'3". He's got freckles and he's still wearing braces. He is slightly overweight and hey, I'm Josh. You my roommate?
Hi, Josh. I'm Andy.
Oh, where are you from?
Oh, England.
Is that in London?
The way round. London's the capital of England.
Oh. Okay. So what about, I thought that like United Kingdom was a thing. What's that?
It is. Yeah. Yeah, England is part of the United Kingdom.
Part of it.
Yeah.
So wait. You're not like on that continent like with France and Germany and stuff. You're on that island, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so the United Kingdom is made up of the main island and part of Ireland, which is the island next door.
Why just part of it? That doesn't make any sense.
It's just history.
You have to tell me at some point. I'm majoring in history.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool.
Well, yeah, we got a second one here. Yeah, European history. I'm going to learn all sorts of stuff.
Oh, yeah. You'll be telling me all about this stuff later, I'm sure.
Yeah. How freaking fortunate that I've got an actual genuine European in here. Like part of the European Union and everything.
Not so much anymore, but okay.
What?
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll be covering that in your course.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, you want to go with me to the thing tonight? That what they call it, Sweat Lodge?
Oh, yeah. Hang on a second. Andy pulls out a folder and he's flicking through the bits of paper, pulls out a letter. Yeah, I got a letter about that.
Yeah, maybe you'll run into some of your folks from
You see what he
England.
did there, Christine?
England.
Yeah.
Did you see what he did there? Threw me under the bus.
What?
Meanwhile, across, not too far away, in a fairly posh dorm room, though someone doesn't know that it's posh, door opens and oh gosh, I've got to get her name.
Megan.
Nope. Not doing it, but I am doing it, Sarah. A tall, gangly young lady walks in. She's wearing a crop top that reveals that she has a six-pack. She is, objectively, a good-looking lady. She's wearing all black and has a little teardrop looking tattoo. It looks like maybe it's just a marker that she's done under one eye. And she's wearing a brooch that looks like a spider. It looks very goth. Oh, I thought I had the room to myself.
She's got a teardrop tattoo under one eye, a brioche. I love spell check.
Okay.
Brioche instead of brooch. It didn't like brooch. Now it's a brochure. It'll be a brochure.
Yeah. It's brilliant.
I'm Sarah.
She's got pastry. Yeah.
Sarah
She's
Jenkins.
got pastries.
And she reaches out a hand to you. Says,
Sorry, I missed that. But she said, what did she say her name was? Sorry,
Sarah Jenkins. Says, I'm on the track team. Pole vault.
Ah.
What do you do?
I pole vault. You said polecat. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Gotta love spell check.
What do you do?
I major in physical education, physiotherapy.
No, I mean, no. What's your sport? What's your sport? We're all physical ed people here. I mean, come on, it's the easy thing.
Now, she's Grace is stood in front of her bed, which she has made up. Now she's got it. She has got on her bed a white duvet with a massive Spurs logo on it. She's got a Spurs pillowcase on her bedside table. She's got a picture of her family, and she has got her dad. No, she's got what else has she got on there? I've gone lost where I was now. Picture of her family on the bookside table. On the bookshelf, she's got her dad's books on the shelf, as well as a history of Spurs and the beautiful game, football. Also, some books on physical education and sports athletics, physiotherapists. I major in football. I think you Americans call it soccer, but it's football.
You had
Football.
Oh, you had me. You had me. I mean, I've heard that some girls actually play football. I mean, usually kickers and stuff like that. But I mean, you really had me. I thought, oh man, I was trying to imagine you in shoulder pads and stuff. No, okay, yeah, grass fairies. Yeah. Got it. That's what my dad used to call them.
Yeah, well, I call it football, and
awesome.
And as I say, I think you Americans, you call it soccer.
Huh.
But
I wonder why that is. Does anyone else do that? Does anyone else call it soccer? I mean,
no, the rest of the world calls it football as well. It's only you Americans that call it
sure
soccer.
Australia?
Yeah, pretty certain on that.
Australia?
Yeah, they call it football too.
Do they?
Yeah, they all do. Everyone around the world calls it football.
You want to take a quick Google?
Everyone around the world calls it football.
I think the Australians may call it soccer sometimes, but that's another.
Only when they're talking to Americans, just to try and ease you and make you feel good.
Drunk because they're Australians.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Because it's football and you kick the ball with your foot.
That makes a lot of sense.
And like your American football, when you pick the ball up and run with it, which is called rugby in England. Rugby. But our guys don't wear all the padding. They just basically chew each other's ears and beat each other up.
You'll have to show me that at some point. Oh, I do a podcast. You'll have to get on there. I do this. I've got like 1,200 followers.
Wow.
She says it's the guns, and she, pops up her muscular arm, and the abs, and the pranks. And she says, "Look, watch this." And she gets her phone. She gets it. She turns it on you. Says, "Go ahead, say your name."
My name's Grace. Grace Whitmore.
And
lovely to meet you, Sarah.
Give me a notice roll.
right screen.
-2.
I'll get to the right screen.
We're still learning our character sheets
It's
on
almost,
this. for those watching.
yes, definitely. I don't seem to have notice at all.
Ooh,
There is
that
no
sucks.
notice written on my screen anywhere.
Ah,
So that's going to be
what we'll-
unskilled.
Yes, it is. So what you can do if you want to is go ahead, because you're going to need this a lot. I would go ahead and open up and click the X next, or the check mark next to that. So
Hey,
what did we roll? That ain't no good.
No.
In fact, that seems to me, I guess.
So she rolled a 2, and then of course it took it away because it was -2.
Gotcha. So you did not actually get a critical fail. However,
No, she rolled
you
a 2,
do
but
not
obviously
see
-2.
the tube of silly string. Are you guys familiar with silly string?
Yeah.
Very good. You do not see the tube of silly string. She is pulled from her pocket. And as you're introducing yourself on her phone, suddenly your face and hair is covered in silly string. You gotcha.
What colour?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's pink.
I'm saying
Just like
pink.
her bed.
It's going to be
And she goes,
pink. Like,
oh, this is going right on. Oh, this is going to be good.
lovely. Pink, just like your beautiful unicorn there on your bedding.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a theme
I fit in
thing.
with your theme beautifully. And Sarah takes it all in stride. She's not fazed by this in any way, shape, or form. You can tell she has handled a fair number of bullies in her time, and she is not fazed, fussed, or bothered by it in any way, shape, or form.
Are you going to the sweat lodge? She
Yeah.
says, casually putting the silly string back in her pocket.
I've got my invite. Yes, of course I am.
Awesome.
And basically, this stuff is stuck because we've not given a description of Sarah yet. This stuff is stuck in her hair, which is basically short blonde in a pretty sort of slightly spiky bob. So it's basically it's sticking in the hair quite nicely. And Sarah does not give one little toss about it. She's not bothered at all. Did you want a
I'll have to
description
work
of Sarah?
harder. This is awesome. Well, great. Then we can head down there together. I mean, maybe you'll meet some more of those England people. Did you actually mention
sure,
that?
there's
Did
a
we
fair
talk
few
about
here.
that? We didn't. She asked where you're from.
Yeah, no, we didn't. She has
Didn't.
actually. She didn't
no,
ask me. No.
She's.
But of
she
course,
does
I
say-
intimated it when I sort of said to her, "You Americans call it soccer,
we did go through
but
that.
for me, so I
So she's put
kind
it
of
together.
did."
She's put it together.
Yeah,
You might find some more of those England people there too. That'd be sort of cool.
I had heard there's quite a number of English students here. Yeah.
Yeah, they did a recruiting drive last year, supposedly, internationally. We've got quite a few international students. I think there's like a club for international students too. But, I mean, if you're done with your kicking your ball around or something, I'm sure you could find some time for that. But
Sure
anyway,
can.
I'm going. There's a band tonight.
Oh, do you know who?
Yeah, I do. And I will actually look because it actually says. It is called. Really quick. Shoot. Okay, so I thought I had it really, really close that I could tell you and make it really cool that I was so smart in how I do it. But instead, I think it is called Jury of Robots. Yeah, they're local and stuff. They got like one or two things that have sort of made it on some indie stations, but I don't really follow them, but it should be a good time.
Yeah. Sounds.
I mean, there's free pizza.
Gotta love a bit of free pizza. And you can tell from Sarah's frame and body build, she doesn't eat pizza normally. She's pretty healthy. She's salads and orange juice. Water,
Oh.
maybe. She's
Sarah eats as much pizza as she wants because she's just that type of person that makes you really
yeah.
just go, you got to be kidding me. Yeah. Like, you're going to pay for that in your 30s, but she's not paying for it right now.
Sarah may be that, but Grace takes care of herself.
Well done.
She is very healthy. Yeah, sorry.
No. I like it that she's healthy, wealthy, and wise. Not wealthy, but
healthy, wealthy, and wise is a good phrase. But yeah, she's definitely wealthy.
all of you, yes, absolutely. I don't think anyone took any extra money, so we know that you're all poor college students doing what you got to do. Okay. Your scholarship, of course, covers a lot of things, which is sort of nice. That'll help out. You all move down towards the building in question, which is the not the Raven's Nest, I just lost it. The Roost, which is the multi-use indoor arena. It's circular. There are doors where you see the sidewalks going into it, and so pretty much there are 4 entrances. The one that you would find easiest to get to would probably be right about here. There are numerous students moving towards the building. It's about 7:30-ish. You're a little tired, but, you know, I'm going to miss out on the first sort of social event. You're not. Yeah.
I had to go to sleep on the way over.
That's true. You did. So you arrive. There's some folks at the doors that sort of give you like a flyer saying, the name of the band, which is, Jury of Robots, and that there's going to be the president's going to speak to you, and then you're going to have some, that type of crap is in there. You see that there is a large, so I'd say about 6 people could walk abreast, maybe more, circular hallway that goes on the full exterior of this building. There are double doors that you can push through, spaced fairly evenly around this big circle, and people are streaming through those doors. You see that as you enter, that there are stairs leading down to a basketball court. So it's sunken, okay? You're entering at the sort of top floor, and there's a dome up above that does not necessarily touch all the way around, as there are memorabilia booths and food stalls and things like that are all closed right now that are around the interior of this circle. Down you go with the rest of the students onto that floor. They have some chairs, some folding chairs that are all sitting around. You can see that there is a bandstand that has been set up at the far end of the basketball court, and there are some folks that are plugging in some amps. There's a couple of guys that are dorking around with their guitars, doing a little strum, and there's a bassist. And strangely enough, there's a couple of guys with saxophones. Whatever the case, it is what it is. You do see that on that platform, there's a podium that's been set up probably for someone to speak. It's got a microphone, whatever else. You see your friend, the guy you sat with on the van, Fish. He's standing there with a young sort of Hispanic kid. And Josh says, "Hey, man, I'm going to do a little mingling if you don't mind." And he starts, he sort of leaves you alone and starts moving off. Meanwhile, Sarah, roughly the same thing happened. Grace, Sarah moves away as soon as you get there and says, "Hey, I'm going to try and get like a little bit of altitude here so I can take some, some candid shots around." And so she starts climbing up the side of the stands so that she can sort of take some images out across, but she seems to be doing her own thing.
That's fine. It's nice to
Standing not
wander
too
around and
far
just
away
have
from you
taking this all in.
is a short Hispanic kid who is speaking quietly in Spanish to someone who is definitely does not look Spanish. Are you wearing anything, Fish, that would indicate that you are not local?
What you mean, like a jacket that's got Asda?
Kiss me, I'm
written on
English.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm basically jeans, t-shirt. T-shirt's got Iron Maiden on it.
Okay.
That's it. It's not tucked in at the trousers. It's loose. It's loose. I'm very much cash. So yeah, no, there's,
So,
nothing
Andy,
to
do
say
you
that
head
I'm
over
English.
to someone that you at least know, or are you going to do something else?
Sorry?
I'm asking Andy if he is going to go over to someone he knows or if he's going to do something else.
I thought that's what you said, which is why I said sorry, because I think Pete's preoccupied.
Sorry.
Nope. I said Andy. No wonder.
Yes, sorry.
So, Andy, do you go over and join the one person you seem to know here, or do you decide to do something else? You tell me.
No, I'm going to go over and talk to Fish.
Okay. What do you say?
Hey, Fish. I see you came to this thing as well.
Sarah. Not Sarah. I will do that numerous
Andy.
times because
I know.
screwed this up. Grace.
Annie, this is
you-
Andy. This is a fellow Brit.
Are you saying that in Spanish? Are you speaking English? He speaks.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll do it in English. It's rude. There's 2 English people there now, so he can fucking use English.
So, as you would expect, so you hear 2 fellow accents right in front of you, surprisingly. The 2 kids in glasses, the tall one and the short one that are standing right in front of you, are definitely have accents. Where would you guys place your accents in the UK? By the way, for those Americans who are listening to this, that's a big deal. You can, county to county, like 20 miles away, it could be ridiculously different. From Leicester to Peterborough is shocking. Oi! And, you move up north at all, where the monkeys are, right? The northern monkeys, is that what you guys call them down here? I can't remember. But where the
What's it, you?
northerners,
My mum was born in Bolton.
where the northerners are from, it's almost unintelligible to someone who's, say, like from Wales or Cornwall. So I simply ask, what type of accent do you guys present that Grace overhears? Or have you
Andy's very much got a home counties accent.
Home counties accent. Very good. Did you have
Just
some
to confuse you.
public private school? Did you have what is this? You weren't like in normal school. So in the States, when we
Yes, I
say
went to
it's
a special school.
private school, a special, yeah, a little short bus. Yeah. Okay.
With very, very padded seats.
Yes, I did go. I went to a private school, but not a particularly well-known private school.
Okay.
I mean, not like
Very
any
good.
of the big ones.
So you have that tinge to your sound that
a little bit.
some would call
RP,
posh.
Yeah. Received
Very good.
pronunciation.
Very good. And Fish?
Um,
He's got a country yokel. He's got a country yokel accent. He has.
No,
You don't
because
have to
every
do this
time
from
I
now
try
on.
and do that, I come out of character and start talking more like Penzance Pirate. Yeah, wrong game for pirates. No, I would say young or old fish would have an accent of in and around the Cambridgeshire area because he's
Okay.
from Cambridge.
Do you have webbed feet? I'm just checking.
No,
Okay, just checking. For those of you watching, people from that area in the world are considered
but I do
from
have
the
gills behind
sticks.
my ears.
So what we would in the States call someone from the backwoods or whatever, they make fun of folks that come from the Cambridge area as being from the Fens and therefore
No, they don't,
possibly
not
having
Cambridge.
webbed feet.
Cambridge is
Cambridge is
educated.
special.
Cambridge is
Cambridge is
educated.
very
You've got all very educated.
Okay,
It's
okay.
No, no,
okay.
it's
St. Mary's
Norfolk.
and out in the Fens.
Norfolk. It's the
Oh, you're not out in the
Fens.
Fens. Okay,
Not
you're
the
not out in
Fens.
the Fens.
Norfolk. Norfolk's where you're getting that accent from.
I will
That's
be
where you also get
100%
some other
corrected
type of
many times.
farmer type
Webbed
of
feet.
accent.
Oi.
And if you
Oi.
think
Go-
that
go
this
through all
game is
them
going
swamps.
to play on many tropes of the differences in our cultures, you are absolutely correct. And I will get half of them wrong and be corrected. With that understood, that is what you hear Grace in front of you. And you are absolutely, as any British person is able to do, you pick out exactly where they're from.
Ah.
Do you choose to engage or do you, it's up to you?
Neither of them looks particularly sporty, do they?
No.
It looks a little
They're not-
geekish, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, neither one of them's fat or really out of shape or anything,
No.
but yeah, they definitely look like they're here, probably not on an athletic scholarship.
That sounds quite nice to get away from the
Mm.
athletic space. So yes, I shall. I basically wander over. I feel I'm perhaps meeting two fellow Brits here, and she taps the two of them on the shoulder.
You see Manny's jaw go. He sticks out his hand and says, "Nothing."
I'll take his hand, and she shakes it quite vigorously. You can see quite sporty in her appearance. Not being given away at all by the big sports shirt that she's got on over her tight-fitting little white t-shirt.
Manny. And he
Nice to meet you, Manny.
extremely embarrassed that that's what he's said out of anything he could have possibly said.
Nice to make your acquaintance. And
This
your
is how
two
you-
friends here?
This is how you do it, Manny. Fish! Charles Fish! And I look at Manny and I just start laughing. And then
Sarah laughs
I
along
say to
too.
him, I say to him in Spanish, sorry, had to. Never been with a girl before. Don't answer that. We'll talk later. Perch. Charles Perch. Pleased to meet you. Your name?
Hello, Charles. I'm Grace. Grace Whitmore. I'm here on
Hello,
a
Grace.
sports scholarship.
Ah, sporty one, huh?
As if you couldn't tell, and she waves down at her Spurs sports shirt that she's got on. I'll give away a few clues.
Ooh,
Oh,
I wonder
I'm
how you
having
guys feel about
I'm having a
Spurs.
music major, and I point down to my Iron Maiden t-shirt.
Yeah.
No, I'm only joking. Mechanical engineering, computer science majors.
Ah, fascinating. Didn't know they did that here.
Yes.
Excellent.
Cheaper than MIT.
And then Grace turns around and looks at the slightly shorter build gentleman. And you are? Holds her hand out towards Andy. Andy's short.
No, Andy's short.
No, Andy's short.
Oh, Andy's short. You're tall.
Yeah.
Short, slim build. Got it written down here. Muscular.
Andy shakes us hands and says, Andy. Andy Armstrong. You are Tottenham, yes?
London, yes, indeed. Yes. Based there. And was hoping to join the girls' sports team, football team. But unfortunately, my father deemed it necessary that we leave London, so I find myself here. It's going to be interesting. I hope they've got a good team here, but we'll see. We'll see.
Did you have to leave
He
London?
looks around. No, my father got a job here, and he decided that the whole family was to move, and that I was not allowed to stay behind, much as I would have wished to. I had the opportunity to join the Spurs girls football team, but my father deemed that I shouldn't stay with my aunt. She wasn't quite the right upbringing that he wanted for me. It's a shame. I would have loved that, being in London. But never mind. We'll make the best of what we've got here. This should be quite an interesting year ahead, I think.
So you're here just for the year?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I believe I'm here for a few more years than that, but we'll take it a year at a time, hey?
Indeed.
At this point, a tall, gray-haired man with a bow tie and a sort of tweed jacket, he's affected, gets up and starts talking. And everyone just calm down. I'm President Nelson. And he begins to give information about parking and about absences, and different professors will do different things for different absences. You're paying for your own school. You're cheating yourself if you're skipping class. He points out some of the things around. There's some banners with basketball championships and things, and he finally wraps up a little bit towards the end. He says, in conclusion, your time here at ETU has the potential to be among the best days of your life. Don't just survive college, make the most of your opportunities here. Now, before we break into our senior-led groups, let's all practice the ETU Ravens fight song. The fight song words are flashed on a giant video screen behind the president, and slowly the crowd picks up the tune. We know that one of you actually knows this. We're not going to put this to tune yet. I'm going to ask Martin to do that. But it's Ravens fight, put on the black and white. Ravens fight, our team will own the night. Fear the fighting Ravens, our mighty team does soar. Fear the fighting Ravens when we make another score. And he goes, Ravens! And there's a bunch of kids that seem to know what to do, and they all go, caw-caw, caw-caw. They make this Raven thing, and you guys are like, okay.
What the?
He says, now if you'll just, see, yeah, go Ravens! Ha! He says, now for the part that you've been waiting for. While the band and the food folks set up here in the gym floor, we'll be breaking up into groups for a final time-honored Sweat Laws tradition. You'll be meeting away from the eyes and ears of faculty with a senior who will pass along the best advice from 4 years of life at ETU. Or in some cases, 5 or 6 years. You know what I'm talking about. Now, on the bottom of each of your chairs, and you're standing around some chairs, is taped the location in the building where you will meet with your senior. By the time you're done, we'll have the food and music ready to go. So let's get moving. You guys want to check under the chairs near you?
Yep.
Not
You wanna
really.
sort of do it?
Do we have a
Do we
chair
have
number
to?
on our cards?
It's not assigned.
So it's just the luck of the draw of where you ended up as next to a chair. Okay.
However, no matter where you pick, all of you get 12. Except for poor Manny, who, with a look over his shoulder, heads off to room number 6. You have been
Aw,
directed
poor
that
Manny.
you're going to
It's mean.
out
Where does
the
Sarah get?
doors. I'm sorry,
Where does Sarah get?
12.
Oh, crap. Okay.
All of you have 12.
Even
There are
Sarah.
doors on
No.
the.
Sarah's not
fourth-
me. Sarah's
sorry.
not me.
No,
Sarah.
no.
Where does Sarah get?
Sarah gets 6 as well.
Oh, poor Manny.
Should be interesting.
It's going to come out pink and red.
yeah.
There are doors at the sort of 4 sides of the down here in the basement. Well, the down area where the court is, the basketball court. Okay, so you guys exit one side and sort of follow along until you see room number 12. And inside there is actually. I need a notice roll
No, not from me.
from all of you.
I couldn't notice my nose.
Okay.
I'm looking for a raise.
Oh,
Let's see what happens.
I'm locked. I need somebody to unlock my screen.
I see a wild eye that's up to 7. Not quite
Help!
enough. Ooh, Charles.
Yes, you do.
Is that a critical fail? I think it is.
Technically,
You rolled a 1 on both.
technically no, because it's I'm at -1 on notice rolls.
Why?
Why?
Ooh.
Because I'm clueless.
So you did not roll a natural 1-1. That's what you're telling me.
Well, according to this, I rolled
A 1-1.
Yes.
a 1,
You're
which
2
is
ones.
ridiculous.
So we have the first critical fail in the game.
Spend a penny.
Yes.
You can't spend a penny on a critical fail.
No, you can't, can you? Yeah.
So I will say, Andy,
We'll try that
as
again.
you are
there you
walking
go. It's
along-
now actually coming up properly.
okay.
Hey, what about my
So-
roll? My roll was good.
Yes, it is. You got yourself a 5. That's a
Yeah,
I
success.
got a 5. I got a
7.
5. I got a rollover.
That's wonderful. Especially because you're not skilled in that. Go ahead.
I know. I rolled a 7 with a -2.
I love it. Fish? What'd you say?
I don't know, I was just going to say, for some unknown reason, it didn't factor in the -1 on my 1 roll.
On your initial.
But
Okay.
then it did on the second, so I don't know
Yeah.
if I had to come out of it.
I'm not going to penalize you with the first.
But no, put
critical
it down as a
fail.
critical failure. That works
Okay.
better, in my opinion, for being absolutely clueless.
All right. What are your drawbacks again?
Don't have any drawbacks.
You know what I mean.
Hindrances.
Clueless,
Hindrances.
driven, curious.
Okay. What you see is pretty much nothing besides you're walking along, chatting with your colleagues here, and hearing the pleasant sound of your own dulcet tones from the green garden island of which you live. The
He's probably spending too much time staring at my butt.
Egads, that is very much a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you are sadly absolutely used to that. That's
Oh, yeah.
just one of the. It's not necessarily a drawback, but it is a fact of life that you've had to learn to live with.
Yeah.
It's disconcerting when it's older men that look away embarrassed. It's but it is what it is. You deal with it as all females have to in this horrible world that we live in. However, for those of you that succeeded, so Grace, as you are looking across, I think that you see that there is a room that you pass that says Physical Engineering Control. Private is marked on the door. There is a person who is opening the door. The back of his jacket says security guard. Okay.
Sorry, what was the
Yeah.
name of the room?
Physical Engineering Control. And underneath it says private.
Yep.
So, Andy, you also see that there's a stack of fire extinguishers inside.
Okay.
You also see some piping, maybe a valve. Looks like there's a chain. Whatever, you're past the room. You see 12. There's a tall, slender fellow. Says, "Hey, I'm Robbie. Robbie Niles. Come on in. Will give us a little talk. This is Sweat Lodge. You're supposed to get some wisdom from, us seniors. I'm just happy, to have made it to senior, because, some people don't. Make yourself at home." There's like a circle of chairs, and you guys are 2/3 of the group. You hear a couple of other foreign accents, so you think that this may be the international group. There's quite a bit of Spanish, but it doesn't sound like Manny's Spanish. It sounds very European. And there's some French, and there's a couple of Germans. Whatever. I mean, you see, this is the international group. He goes, "Hey, I guess I've got the international group. Do you guys understand me? I mean, I can talk slow and stuff."
Yeah, talk slow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Always good to talk slow.
So, if you want to, make it through
Sorry.
my,
Can you talk a
yeah?
bit slower? You're going too fast for me.
Okay.
Bit slower.
Okay. Yeah, man. I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're
Long
dumb,
flight, long flight.
when I talk slow. I just know that sometimes if I talk louder, it just makes it where people understand me from like other places. I've noticed that. So I'll just talk louder and maybe a little slower, and then I know that that's probably going to help you out. You can tell that the all of you are just dying with the humor of what was just done. Be a zebra. That's my advice. Says, have you watched, like animal shows? And he does really bad hand gestures to try and help. He says, zebras survive, because they blend in. Don't draw attention to themselves. They stick close together. And, lions pick off the ones who stray too far from the herd. And individuality, it's way overrated. If you want to survive ETU, learn from the zebra. Hang together with your herd. A group of animals, a herd.
Yeah, I heard you.
Oh, that was good. That was really good. He said, "Well, you guys have any questions about, ETU and stuff that, a senior like me could help with?" You guys all hear a loud bang in the corridor.
I've got a question.
No, Andy's going to get up and he's going to head to the door.
Very good. Really quickly, he goes, "What's your question?" Okay, where you go? Okay. And you open the door. I'll get back to your question. Outside, I'd like you to make me a notice roll again.
Yeah.
What'd you get? I'm
Did that roll?
looking somewhere else.
Yeah, 5.
5, perfect. This is the same security guard that you saw earlier. He has, he goes, did you do this? As soon as you walk out, there's a video camera that was on a tripod, but it's now fallen over. It looks like it's been smashed against the floor.
What? No, I just came out here to hear what the noise was.
Oh, me too. You sure it wasn't you?
Yeah,
I'm
I was
keeping
in
my eye
there.
on you.
I got a room full of people who'll tell you I was in there when that happened. And I'll open the door and point inside.
Okay, take your word for it. Behave yourself. And he storms off.
Because I'm a mall cop and I've got no rights.
So Andy's going to take a look at the camera.
Yeah, it's a standard sort of Sony video camera. It looks like it's got like some extra settings for like nighttime, like night vision and some things like that.
Okay. Did we see that on the way in?
No. It must have been set up not too long after you guys came in. There's been more discussion than just a little zebra talk. There has been some introduction to the facilities. Where's the cafeteria? You have to park. You have to have a parking permit for on campus for the. This type of crap is being delivered to you, as well as the little zebra speech.
Is it a tape camera or memory stick?
It looks like it's a memory.
Okay. Andy's going to take a look round and see if anyone's watching him.
Uh-huh.
Is there anyone watching?
Through the door behind you.
Absolutely clueless.
A couple
Well, he's
of
going to
people
position himself so that he's covering.
Okay, no, you can. I'm not going to make you make a roll. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's going to take the memory stick.
You got it. You have it.
Okay.
You go back in, shut
Yep.
the door, and he says, "Oh, what was your question again, man?"
I think that was Charles.
Yeah, it was Charles'
Where
question.
can we get some good shit from?
Oh man. Look, dude, I mean, you guys come from all over the place, and I don't know what your laws are and that crap, but in Texas, if you you can get online and you can get like a doctor's permission, and it doesn't take much. Like it costs like $200, and then you just say that you got anxiety and shit like that, and you can just go down to a dispensary and pick up what you need, man. You don't have to be all illegal and crap. Oh, was that what you're talking about? I mean, what were you talking about?
Pizza.
Oh, hey, absolutely, man. There's some great pizza in town. I mean, there's a place. Oh gosh, what's the name of it? I mean,
Hang on, dude. Are you trying to tell me that I can go to the doctor in town, tell them that I've got anxiety, and they'll write me a
Dude, you just
prescription
do it
for
online.
quality
You
pizza?
do it online. It's all online. You don't even have to go anywhere. Oh, pizza.
Yeah.
Oh,
pizza.
yeah, pizza. Yeah, I mean, I know what you're talking about. He goes, there is a place, and I will give you this rapidly, I hope, because I do want you to get this name because you probably will be there. The Pizza Barn. This dude, it's the place to go. They've got live music in the weekends. It's got like a big open floor, and they serve some of the best pies that you can get. I mean, like pizza pies like you just dream about. Pizza Barn is, it's not downtown exactly. I mean, it's downtown, but I mean, it's worth going at least once because, I mean, that's where you meet lots of the people who go here because the best pizzas. They do delivery, but it takes a while. I find that you just do a Domino's or a Little Caesars, and they'll get there much faster.
Oh.
But if you want to go, Pizza Barn's a place to sit and enjoy a really good pizza pie. That's number 4 on the Pine Box, Texas map, which you will get to again in a little bit. All right. I think you're on the Pine Box when I had meant to move you to the campus earlier. So I apologize for that. The campus where you are now. So I've been describing things and you've been on the wrong map.
No, we were on the campus before. You moved us from the campus over to the other one.
I did. Okay, well, very, very good. Okay,
So
then I was a really freaking awesome GM.
You were so in character there that
sometimes I shock myself. Note this, Pete, for your Pathfinder stuff. Okay. Okay. At this point, it sort of wraps up. Okay. As you exit, there is an elderly gentleman in a tweed suit, like you saw the president in a little bit. Maybe this is an affectation of professors, whatever, in a wheelchair. And he is examining the ruins of the camera. Behind him is a tall gentleman that you guys recognize from the desk at the airport, wearing his cowboy hat still chewing a toothpick. Oh, hey dudes. Hey man. What's up?
Hi.
Did you guys see what happened? The professor, one of our cameras got ruined.
No,
we heard the bang when it fell over.
We've literally just opened the door to come out.
Yeah, we were in there.
Oh.
We heard a bang. Didn't see what happened.
Well, yeah.
I think there was a security guard out here earlier. Maybe
Yeah,
he
when we
can help
came
you.
out, there was a security guard here,
Yeah.
Really?
standing over the camera. Yeah.
Maybe we can find that guy and ask him. I'll ask around the security guards. Oh, by the way, I didn't really introduce myself properly last. I'm Jackson. And he reaches out, gives you, and he's probably a graduate student. You think he's a bit older, and he says, and this is my main teach. And the guy goes, Professor
X.
Glenn. You can call me. I'm Glenn McCallahan. You can call me Glenn Mack. Anthropology. Are any of you guys anthropology students?
No.
Psychology.
It's like, oh, okay.
Close.
Well, we'll cross paths a little bit, probably. But yeah, Glenn Mack. You can always find me at Anthropology. This is Jackson. How do you know these people again? I did the international student pickup. Oh, where you guys from?
England.
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 He says, okay. Well, very interesting.
So, what were you videoing down here?
The other students stream on around you. I'm going to have you roll something quickly here, Andy. And this has to do with your sensitivity. So I'm trying to remember what I need you to roll.
Yeah, because psychically sensitive.
Yes.
And danger sense. It's a notice roll. +2
Okay.
bonus from psychically sensitive applies to the notice roll for danger zone, negating the normal -2 penalty if the danger is from a supernatural creature or source.
So it's not that. So I'll give you
Okay.
just a regular notice roll. You get the tingle.
There it is.
So what I'd like to know is, in your background, why do you think you got this? Because something on this old dude is resonating with you. Whether it's a ring or a necklace or there's something on him that's resonating.
Okay. So yeah, I mean Andy grew up in a very old house.
Ah.
where it's widely thought to be haunted.
Oh.
And he kind of just became sensitive to the things that were going on around. You know, he would see things that other people didn't see. But he was never really scared of them. So it was just kind of the background. It was just was what it was. It was normal for him. But yeah, he's always had this sense.
Very interesting. So Glenn Mack says, if you must know, we as well as anthropology, we do deal a bit with the paranormal, and we are
really? I'm a bit of
ghosts. There's evidently the building's haunted. There's a ghost supposedly that's been seen a couple of times. I mean, you guys don't have to believe it, whatever. But we definitely really.
Oh yeah, the ghosts are definitely real. Yeah.
He looks at the other two of you. What does he see on your faces?
Sarah's nodding along. She's
Okay.
she's well versed in
Okay.
looking up occult bits and pieces to help her dad with his research and his studies.
Absolutely, for his.
In fact, she's got one of his books, one of his research books with her. Back in
With
her
her right
room
now?
anyway.
In a room.
No,
Okay, fair
back in her room. Which actually has a chapter on the university.
Fish. What does he see on your face? Or are you the taciturn British that he can't tell a thing?
No, I display outright poppycock. Ghosts are nothing but figments of our own imagination through anxiety, depression, or tiredness, or all three.
So is that showing on your face, or do you say that?
Oh no, I say it outright. You know, there's absolutely no scientific evidence that states that anything can be paranormal. You're more than likely going to pick up more from an extra dimension than seeing a soul that's passed from a breathing person to come again. You know, so poppycock. It's just a bear.
Jackson says, that's wonderful, Rob. And an allusion to a Call of Cthulhu game that we played at one point. Jackson says, "Oh, you're gonna love ETU, man." And Glenn Mack pats the wheel at the side of his wheelchair, and he says, "Well, trying to gather that scientific evidence and proofs is exactly what we're into. But thank you for telling me what happened to this thing. I see that we've lost the. Looks like the card is gone. The external drive. Jackson, you tell me, is something missing here?" Jackson goes, "Yeah, man. The looks like somebody's taken the memory stick thing out of it. I don't know."
Oh,
it's like, dang it!
Maybe you just debunked my whole theory of ghosts. Maybe the ghost took it. Ooh.
Cool. Hey, you guys, you should get back to the party.
And he's kind of. If you look really closely, you could see he's sweating very slightly.
Yeah, I love it.
Looking a little bit shifty.
So, well, don't miss your party. I mean, I can hear the band strike. You can hear that there's the band is striking up. It sounds like I mean, it sounds like something's going on. They're getting ready, and I did throw on some sound. I actually got some stuff for this. I need to probably.
That sounds like we're going into
lower that
Mordor.
just a little bit. Come here. Can't have it so loud that you guys can't even think. Okay, so you guys move back up into the amphitheater where the band has started its first set. Tables have been lined up now along the sides. There are boxes of pizzas. They're from Pizza Barn. And there is a lot of punch and soft drinks because all of you guys as freshmen, even Fish, who's 20, can't drink legally in the United States. Wow. How
what?
boring is that?
Bloody nanny states.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, you've got to be kidding me. But you
Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of guns, but no freedom of alcohol.
I know. Until 21 is shocking.
21. Good
So,
Lord.
as you guys, does everyone partake in the pizza?
No.
Yes, Sarah has a small bite or two. You can see
Yeah.
she's kind of.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is a good pie. It's really, really tasty. There's multiple types, whatever you want, you can probably find down these things. But you chuck it away in the back of your head as, you know what? That's a tasty pie. If I'm going to spend a little bit of my hard-earned money, it might well be on a trip to the Pizza Barn for a pizza pie. At this time, I'm going to just randomly select. And that involves a roll. Oh, I love it. Fish. Across the room, you see a young lady in a white dress. It's just a little bit above knee length. She's tanned. She's got dark hair and brown eyes, and she's looking at you intently. And she does this. She waves you towards her. The rest of you don't see this.
I turn to Grace and Andrew and I say, "Oh, yeah, it appears that I'm being beckoned by a lady in a white dress."
Ooh.
Grace looks over to where he's indicating this lady is. Can she see? What does she see?
Who's looking at me intently.
So
unnerving, actually. First time I've ever
Interestingly-
felt like a piece of meat.
the group of people over there, Grace, there's a crowd of people. It's hard to tell. However, Andrew, Andy, you see her, and she is obviously interested in your buddy.
So,
Is she beautiful?
Oh yeah, she's. I mean, she's not so hot that it's out of the realm of possibility, but he's still probably batting above his. Yeah, he's punching above his weight class, so to speak.
hey,
But
hey.
not out of.
You should. Yeah.
Yeah,
I go to the boxing ring, thank you.
I
Do
bet you do.
jogging. You know, play tennis.
You gonna follow?
No, I'm going to walk over there. I say
I think you should.
I'll be back in a moment.
Hmm.
And then
She
I
goes.
kind of
She gives you a little thumbs up, and she cuts through the crowd to the door that goes out on the lower level there. And she cracks it open and gives you another wave and steps out into that hallway. Come on, man.
And Andy's eating a slice of pie while he watches what's going on.
Yeah.
What does Grace see? Does she see? Did she see Charles going out on his own?
I hate to prejudice Charles, because it's a crowd. He's moving through the crowd. He looks like he's heading to the door, and the band's playing. Manny comes back over and he goes, "Can I get you a punch, or a soda, or some you've already got pizza."
Manny,
some juice would be lovely, thank you.
Oh, you're beyond.
Thanks, Manny.
Already off, aren't I?
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Grace? Great.
I said to Manny that some juice would be lovely. Yeah, thank you, Manny. That'd be lovely.
So he heads off. Okay. Do you exit those doors?
As I'm walking over, I'm keeping her in my eye line.
Yeah.
Okay. And
She moves
I'm
incredibly
studying
gracefully.
her. I'm studying her.
It's worth studying.
Okay.
The turn of her calf is phenomenal. The sway of the white dress.
On, roll 20, mate.
I'm sorry.
And once I think I've got the measure of what's going on, I walk through the doors.
Okay. Absolutely. When you walk through the doors, you see that she's just a little bit down the hall, and she's entering one of the side rooms. And she gives you a grin. It goes and moves into the side room.
Well,
It's one of those numbered rooms that they had.
So Andy, obviously, he's got the curious.
Yes, he does.
So he's got a curious hindrance, which is a major hindrance. So he's got to follow.
Fair enough. Okay,
Wait,
we'll
Andy, where
time
are you
this
going?
out. They're good. I like that. What do you say?
Grace tags along.
Oh, you're gonna tag
Where
along.
are you going?
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't
Something
like this.
seems
She seems to.
Something seems a bit weird.
Manny
she
shows
seems
up
to
with
go
the drink.
She seems to go from the doors to another
thanks,
door.
Manny.
It's
That's lovely.
exceedingly quick.
Do you want to dance? You see, there's people
Just,
dancing around you.
Just checking in on Charles.
He
making
looks
sure.
so hopeful. It's unbelievable.
Sarah shakes her head. Sorry, Manny. Maybe in a bit. Just got to check on Charles. It seems to have.
Okay, I
Sit
understand.
outside.
No, I
You
understand.
going to come too?
No. Okay,
come
I
on, Manny.
understand.
Stay in the
Okay.
herd. They said to us, stay in the herd. It's always good to stay together. Don't
Stay in the
split up.
herd. What's that
Open
about?
the door.
Okay. She's standing there in the middle of this little room, and she tilts
Cock
her
my
head,
head to one side.
and she
I'm
cocks
not-
her head to a side.
I'm still studying her.
The same side or different side?
Different side. We'll be
A switch. So I'm now
Beetlejuice,
cocking
Beetlejuice,
my head on
Beetlejuice.
the same
So
side.
a different side if he's looking at her, so it's the same
it depends.
side.
It's like the
I mean, if he
seal.
goes right and she goes right, is that the same
It's when he
side?
holds his hand up for the video and goes, "Is it right? Is
Yeah.
it left?" Yeah, exactly.
What's going on?
Okay.
Yeah.
You've moved past what was room 12 that you went to a room a little bit further down. It's closer to where you saw that security guard earlier. It's things like that. You're the opposite side, one of those rooms. And she says, the voice comes out. She says, "I'm Nina.
I'm sure you are.
You're special."
I'm sure I am.
She steps towards you. What do you do?
In what way am I special?
She steps towards you again. She leans in close and nuzzles your neck.
Oh God.
This is what She says, "Oh, you are so special. You're all gonna burn." And all of a sudden, she is wreathed in fire. The room is on fire. What do you do? And she's laughing. And I'll need a strength roll for you to get away from her because she's gripping you.
Oh, that's not a problem. Okay, so
Famous last words.
bollocks.
He's thinking.
And vigor. Right, okay. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to breathe.
You smell smoke.
So I do actually smell the smoke.
Yes, you do.
And the dry heat goes down my throat.
Oh, it is. The place is an inferno. The whole room is like the walls are on fire, the roof is on fire, the door, the floor is starting to go, and she is completely wreathed in flames. You can feel the heat against you. You can smell the smoke from her, and your clothes seem to be making a crackling sound in your ears.
That'd be my strength.
Okay, that sucks. You're gonna need at least a 4 to beat that. Do you want to spend a Benny, or do you want to just go ahead and deal with the hug? He's thinking. Is a Benny worth it? Let's go fast. Those of you have entered the circular hallway outside. All three of you and so Andy and Manny and Grace enter that hallway.
Mm-hmm.
You are getting the weird tingle again, and you can see wheeling down the corridor with Jackson beside him is Professor Glenmack, and he's got a sort of a reader thing that's going beep, 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 beep.
Okay. Where's he?
And he's like, it's close. And Jackson's got a video camera going, where?
Okay, I'm gonna follow them.
Okay, so they're moving towards this door, just a little bit further down from room 12. Not too far away from where that security guard was. Go ahead. What are you doing there, Fish? Out of water?
I am going to ride with it for the time being.
Grilled?
Okay.
Grilled, baked, or fried fish?
I think this one's grilled.
Yeah.
At this point, she vanishes. The fire vanishes. Everything is absolutely as it was in this room before you walked in, except for probably a first-degree burn on your forearm. It looks a little bit like a brand. Has a little ziggy pattern to it. It hurts.
Is it like a lightning bolt?
What's in this room? I mean,
It's got another circle. It's got another circle of chairs, and on the door it said 8. And there was
box in there.
I'm sorry.
Is there a first aid box?
No, There is a place on the wall. You notice that there probably was a fire extinguisher, but it's not there. The place is empty for it. It's been pulled out of its holder.
Okay.
Well, that's interesting.
I yank open the door, and I stride
Your friends
out into
are
the
outside.
corridor.
Your friends, as well as Glenn Mack and Jackson, are standing right outside the door as you walk out. And Glenn Mack says, he's holding this sensor up. He says, "Oh, what? Did you see anything?
No.
We're getting readings."
But interestingly, that you're about. Readings. Palm readings, and I offer him my palm.
What's that? He points to your forearm burn.
This is
Other arm? Thought it was the same arm.
No. I offer him my other palm. Not.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
He goes, no. I mean, we've got the electromagnetic field reader that, sometimes you can get a ghost. Oh, I know you're not you're a absolute skeptic, but surely there was a manifestation somewhere close here. I wish my camera had still been up in the hall. Okay, you guys see him come out of the room.
I don't think it was a manifestation, and don't call me Shirley.
How do you think your face looks to your friends, who sort of know you a little bit at least?
I would be slightly drained of colour when I first walk out into the into the hallway. Literally, I look like I've just seen a ghost.
Fair enough.
But then the colour slowly starts to come back, and now I think that somebody's taking the piss out of me, and they see a mixture of wonderment or bewilderment and anger flitting across my face.
That's what
And
you
he
guys
says, and he says, "Hey, Fish, where'd the woman in the white dress go?"
Dude, you can definitely feel something's going on. Just like Glenn Mack's little thing was going. It's almost the same for you as a human being.
Were there other doors in that room?
No.
Not even a cupboard door.
And he's going to go into the room and just kind of feel around and.
Can you smell the burning?
I need a notice roll. Do you go in there as well? And I'm asking Grace.
I say to
Yeah.
Andy.
There's 7.
Hey, Jackson goes in too. What'd you get? I'm sorry.
7.
7. Okay. I'll take a notice roll as well from you, Grace. And okay, got it. And go ahead and tell me what you were saying there, Fish.
I think I got the wrong room. She wasn't in there. But I'll be honest with you, Andy, I'm not playing games. I was quite happy standing talking to yourself, Grace and Manny, eating some pizza pie and drinking non-alcoholic beverages because the laws in this country are weird.
You say what you absolutely say it like you believe it. Absolutely. So for those of you who passed that, first I'll go with Grace. Grace, when you walk in this room, the first thing that hits you is there is an acrid odor of smoke. It's weird, but You look around and there's no evidence of why it's not smoke like burning garbage or a cigarette or pipe. It's like a fire, like a campfire.
Wood smoke.
Smokes. Okay?
She wrinkles her nose. Does she notice the burn mark on
Oh, no, she does not.
Okay.
And neither does Andy. But what Andy notices is he notices that smell, but he also notices as he walks through the room, he walks through a cold spot. You have felt that before. When you move back towards the cold spot, it is no longer there. But you definitely walk through a cold spot. You could just feel it. Definitely 3, maybe 4 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's like 8 degrees Celsius cooler that you just walk through and we're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, she was here, Fish, wasn't she? He's pointing at the cold spot.
Exactly where she was standing, Fish, when you walked in.
I look down at the professor, and then I look at Andy, and then I glance down to the professor, and I went, nothing in the room.
Are you signaling by doing this? Or are you hiding by doing this?
I think that I've signalled enough so that hopefully Andy will pick up on the fact that I don't want to discuss this in front of Professor X.
I think you get that, Andy. I think you catch his drift.
I don't know where she went, but she could have stopped at the doors.
Wait.
But she didn't.
Who? Describe her, says Glenn Mack out of his wheelchair. What's she wearing?
Clothes, a dress, flat
dress?
shoes.
No. Go back to the dress. Can you tell me anything about the dress?
Seriously, dude.
No. This is part of. We've heard about a ghost here in the building. If you could, a description might help, because that seems to be the main piece of the description.
Okay. I mean, not that I'm a fashion expert, but regular dress, just above or just
Color?
below the knee.
Color?
Floral, brown.
Huh?
White.
That didn't add up at all.
It was
White?
a white dress.
Really? Oh my! You may have seen her. Oh my goodness! He says, "You guys have. Oh, we'll have to talk in my office." Jackson, give him my information. He says over his shoulder. Jackson, he goes, here. He pulls out a card. He goes, "Here's Professor Glenn Mack's information. If you guys feel like it, and you want to discuss what you saw, here's where you come." Jackson? No, really. You guys come, you're welcome. It's great fun. We sometimes, go out and do things around campus because, it's an old campus and there's like some hauntings and stuff maybe. But, if you're interested in that type of crap, you can come talk to Glenn Mack. Glenn Mack goes, "Thanks, Jackson."
Does Andy notice that the fire extinguisher is missing?
In this room as well, yes.
Yeah. Does he remember if the fire extinguisher was missing from the room we were in, room 12?
Yes.
Professor, I mean, I'm not that up on your fire safety regulations in this country, but is it normal to have empty fire extinguisher brackets? There's one in. It's empty in here, and it was empty in number 12.
He wheels around. Well, that is strange. That is not right. That's definitely a safety hazard. I mean, I know this is an old building and stuff, but definitely that's not right.
Didn't we see those back in that control room?
You didn't.
Yeah, I did. I mean, there were a bunch of fire extinguishers back in the physical engineering control room. There was a security guard coming out. Actually, funnily enough, the same security guard who was there with your camera. He was coming out of there, and the room was absolutely filled with fire extinguishers.
That's strange. Huh. I truly don't know what to make of that. Jackson, any thoughts? Jackson goes, I don't know. I'll go check the door. Jackson walks over, wiggles the handle of that particular room, and he says, it's locked. Professor goes, if we see any security guards, we'll ask about that, because that's definitely a bit weird.
That's a bit worrying to my mind. I mean,
What type?
Yeah.
if you had an arsonist who wanted to set this place on fire, that would be the way you'd go about it, surely.
When he says that, something resonates in your head, Fish. Something that was whispered in your ear. But anyway, they say, okay, we'll take a look at that. Feel free to come by Glenn Mack's office. Yeah, anyway. And he pushes Glenn Mack's wheelchair off down the hallway, leaving you there. And Manny goes, dude, what is going on?
I say in Spanish, I don't know. But I think the devil is in the detail. And I turn on Andy and I say, why tell them she was in white?
But she was in a white dress. I saw her.
You definitely did not, Grace.
Yeah, you don't. Oh.
You just saw him walk across the room and out through a crowd of people. There was no young lady in a white dress. In fact,
I did tell them. I did tell them that
probably-
there was a lady that in a white dress that
You
seems
said
to be-
that, yes.
I did say
You never
that.
saw it. In
Yeah.
fact, almost all the kids are wearing jeans, and there's maybe one sundress, maybe two, but that's not definitely. You would have, now that you think about it, you probably would have noticed somebody in a white dress, but you didn't.
What's her hairstyle like? Was it a modern hairstyle or an older hairstyle?
I would say it was a vintage hairstyle.
No, I'm sorry. I'm asking Anthony because I saw her. So,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What you saw was that her hair was big hair, in that it was probably hairsprayed out a bit, a little taller, looked very 80s. It looked like a a Bananarama or I don't know, maybe Cindy Lauper. I don't know. This was an 80s hairdo. But now
Okay,
that
so-
hits you is like, whoa.
hey, look, Charles. You remember her hairdo, right? That was 80s hair. It's totally a ghost, man. Totally a ghost.
Look,
I think
wasn't
she
with
was.
anyone.
I think
What
she
are you
was.
guys
I
talking
think
about?
she was warning you. I think she was warning you.
I'm not going to say that ghosts are real. The back of my throat tells me that what happened in the room was real. The room was on fire. She was on fire. I roll up my sleeve, okay, and you see the imprint, which is a first-degree burn. That's obviously real. And then she's disappeared. I'm
No.
not going
I've
to-
heard of stories like this before. I think this was what you experienced was a helpful ghost. She was warning you that there's going to be a fire in this building in the future. You saw a glimpse of the future. And I think that security guard, I think he knocked over that camera on purpose because I think he's an arsonist. And he's taken all of these fire extinguishers away and stuffed them in that room and locked them away. And I think he's going to set fire to this building. And she was warning you. But you don't have to believe me. I mean, I it sounds wacky, I know. But seriously, there's a big risk here for the people. I mean, everyone, all the new students are gathered in this building. What happens if a fire breaks out?
That's... Yeah.
Let me
Sarah's
offer
sounding very
you-
puzzled by all this. She's listening to these two, and she's kind of like, okay.
I know we all have
Yeah.
places to be and things to do, and it is 10 p.m. However, I am willing to push forward a bit if you guys are interested in seeing where this plays, or we can come back and deal with this
Can we go
at
a
a
little
later
longer?
time.
Yeah.
It's up to Pete and Christine. Okay?
Yeah. Go
All right.
Yeah.
Let us...
Okay. The door for the security place where Andy said that he saw the fire extinguishers.
yes?
It's locked, so we know that it's got a lock on it.
Absolutely.
Can I?
Well, he said it was locked. You might want to try it.
Okay.
Might be mine.
In that case, yeah, I'm going to try the door.
Yeah, it's locked.
Okay. Can I unlock it?
Can you?
Well, I mean, maybe I could try a repair on the lock.
Oh, do you have
I
repair?
Could try. Yes, I've got repair.
Okay.
I could try hacking.
If it's got a
Physical lock.
code. If it's
If it's got a code.
yeah, if it's got one of those push button codes,
It does
you can
not.
make it hack it.
And he's got repair as well, so he could assist.
Absolutely. So I will
Uh,
let you guys do that. Now, here's how we're going to play this. This is at a -2 because this is not a lock-picking type skill. This is... you're probably going to have to improvise what you're using. You can try the old student ID through the thing and see if you can wiggle out the door like a credit card, or you can try and see if there's a bobby pin or something similar that you can try and actually do the picking.
Well, Andy's,
Whatever
Andy's, yeah.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
Yeah.
No.
No, he wouldn't have it with him.
Yeah, Andy's got a bobby pin. Yeah. And
No,
those
I was
long,
going to say he's got a
long
set of miniature screwdrivers, but he wouldn't have it with him here. So
Fair enough.
Okay.
So, you may...
what about the
Go ahead.
door?
It's a heavy metal door.
It's a heavy metal door. Right.
Yep.
Okay. What's your repair, Andy?
D6.
Snap. Okay.
One assist the other.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll
Yeah.
or?
Yeah, you roll. I'll assist. So
Okay, so
Okay.
the assist rolls first, and let's us see what you do in that assist. That's beautiful. Too bad you weren't actually rolling it. You get a
I know.
+2 on your roll.
well, that cancels out the -2.
Absolutely.
Okay. I hope I don't screw this up. Ah,
There
that's
it- no,
the
you
eight for
don't.
the
There
one
There it
dice.
is.
And I
Absolutely.
got a success on the thing as well. So, yeah.
So here's what we'll say. With a click, fiddling around however you do it, and you can think about that in your heads, the door pops open. Okay? Inside, here is what you see. You see 2 janitors that have zip ties around their arms and feet. They're zip tied to some pipes that go up in the building. They're gagged. They're desperate, and their eyes roll towards you. You see a big pipe with a big round valve that you would turn. Okay? And that valve happens to have a label. And it says fire extinguishers. And it is chained with a padlock.
Okay.
Andy's going to head straight over to the janitors. Is there any tools in here? I mean, it's, you know,
for a Benny, you might be able to find some stuff, but I think that in general, there's just some basics. You're not going to find a lock cutter or a chain.
No, but I mean, like box cutter, screwdriver.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to grab a box cutter and,
absolutely
cut them free. Take their.
Thank you so much.
Off.
We got tased or something. Don't remember a thing. Just all of a sudden we're in here. And look at this. Someone's chained this. And the fire extinguishers. I don't know what's going on.
You want to set off that makes this building really dangerous. We should probably set off the fire alarm. What do you think?
I was just going to ask if there was
No. We can't scare people. I mean, come on now. Go.
I walk out the room. Is there a fire alarm in the corridor?
There is.
I pull it.
Boom. So immediately you feel a spray of something onto your hands. You can't see anything on your hand, but it's wet. And a loud ringing sounds out throughout the building. However, no spray happens from any of the sprinkler heads that you see above you.
That's because the valve shut off and locked.
You see students, some of them sort of come down below because they don't know what they're doing, and you know that they're probably all trying to find a way out.
Grace, can you just tell people to walk orderly, nothing to see here, fuck off kind of thing?
Grace moves forward and kind of takes charge and, come on guys, let's get out of here, come on. Get to the doors, the exit doors, you can see them over there, come on, everybody, out.
Are you guys moving that direction?
Yep.
Heading up and out?
Cell phone?
Uh-huh. Yes, you do. Of course you do.
Okay, what's the...
You have zero coverage down here in the basement.
Is there a telephone in the control room?
Nope.
Is there a telephone in one of the rooms that we just came out of?
Nope. Makes me so happy. I can't believe it.
Okay, I'm going to start a fire and I'm going to send Professor X a smoke signal.
So,
no,
do you guys... Go ahead. Are you heading up and out with the rest of the students?
Yeah, head out to the exit and
so
make
you
sure
go on to the basketball court, and most of the kids are gone. The band is like grabbing some things that they really would like and are getting ready to head out to. Go ahead.
Before we do that, I've got a cell phone. I'm going to take a picture of the room. I'm going to take close-up pictures of the fire extinguishers. I'm going to take a picture of the valve, the padlock, come out and take both together. In actual fact, I'm going to do it all on video as well. After I've taken those videos, I'm going to take the video.
Awesome.
And I'm going to go. You can hear that the alarms, fire alarm has gone off, but nothing's coming out the sprinklers. I think this valve controls the sprinkler water. Is it a red pipe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely the sprinkler system. I think it's been shut off and it's been locked. As you can see here, all of the fire extinguishers are there. This is my new friend Andy. He's got me into so much trouble already. I think we're going to have a long-lasting relationship. It's so awesome, and out there are some scared people. If you find this, then please pass this phone over to Professor X. Sorry, Mac.
Okay.
And then I'll turn it on by myself and I go, Andy told me to say it. And then I stop the video.
Very good. Out into the hall,
Yeah.
out into the basketball court, as I described it. Up the stairs you go. There is a pile of people at the top, and someone's shouting, "The doors have been chained!" I need a notice roll from you, Fish, as you get towards the top.
Why me? I mean,
Because you're the one in front.
there you go. I got a 6.
Your
Technically, it's
burn
a 5.
on your arm suddenly gets hot, and you look over at the wall, and it almost looks like there's a glowing symbol, roughly like what's on your arm.
Is Andy
But as you look at it, that's gone.
Is Andy near me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there is
tell
graffiti on
Andy
the wall.
Exactly what's just happened.
I wonder if there's something. Is that what's behind that wall?
Do you want to go over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go check out the wall.
There is some graffiti on the inside of this place, and there is a sort of a weird symbol in intermixed with some of the things. Just look at it, or
Yeah. Can I make an occult
Poke
roll
it?
to see if it's
absolutely.
something I
Touch
might
it,
recognise?
lick it, defecate
You want to touch
on
it?
As a 4.
Okay.
Ooh, can I make an occult roll?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm not going to make one.
I think
six.
both of you think it looks arcane. It doesn't look like a Norse rune. It doesn't look like a Latin letter. It's something that you'd almost see out of some funky occult book.
I've seen this in some of my dad's research books. Ah, yeah. Yeah.
Did you touch it? Did you say, Fish?
Well, it lit up for me, didn't it? So,
Did you touch it?
fuck it, yeah.
It's hot to the touch.
Fuck, now I've got a first degree burn on my finger.
Nope. But it's hot, and it seems to be getting hotter as you leave your fingers on it for a second.
Okay.
Okay. You
so
said
what
there
does
were
this
big
mean?
bowls of punch around.
There are. Down
Can I go
below.
and grab one of those big bowls of punch.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna throw it at that symbol.
Okay,
on the
so
wall.
you go down the stairs to the table, you grab a bowl of punch, move back up the stairs, and when you get there,
Probably
you
quite
chuck
winded
it on.
by now. I mean,
Absolutely. But you chuck it on there,
Yeah.
and it washes off immediately. It's like on chalk or something. It wasn't spray paint like the rest of it.
Yeah.
And suddenly, all of you clock that these columns that are around the entire place all have graffiti on them. And even from the angles you're looking now, there are symbols on all of them. There's probably 20.
Back down
Same
to the
symbol?
room. Grab 2
You can
fire
see-
extinguishers
You can see
each.
smoke curling up from one of the symbols closer to you. And there's people screaming in the hall now. People are getting upset because the doors are chained from the outside, is what you hear from the people. Or the doors are chained from the outside.
Okay.
I'm gonna see
Grace
if
is
I can
gonna
quicker.
Grace is gonna dash down and join Charles and grab a couple of fire extinguishers.
There's
Yeah.
no fire extinguishers. Those are all somewhere else. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
They're in the room where you
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
opened up.
Yeah, they're in the control
So-
room, aren't they? Where we
You
opened
want to go
up.
to the control room?
Yeah,
Okay, absolutely.
I'm following
You can
Charles. Basically, Charles has said fire extinguishers and run off. I'm following him.
Very good.
I'm going to use. So I don't know how that would actually work, but I'm going to try before myself and Sarah go. Before myself and Grace go down to get the fire extinguishers. I say to Andy, would it also work if we rubbed the chalk out on one of the pillars? Do you want to try that whilst we go and get some fire extinguishers?
Okay.
And then if anything happens, at least you've got +1 to your spirit roll when attempting to recover from being shaken or something, being stunned.
So, Andy's gonna be. There must be some more sort of clear-sighted people who look like they're not panicking too much. So Andy's going to go and grab some of them, and he's going to say, "The pillars, they're on fire! Quick, grab punch and throw it on them."
Okay, I need a roll for that. I think that's a...
Persuasion.
Yes.
There it is.
Look at this. I think that you're going to get a couple of folks that are going to go down and start helping you. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not a lot. I mean, it's not going to raise or anything, but I think that a couple of folks run down and go, there is some smoke. There's some smoke coming from these... This is terrible. And they start trying to scrub some... This is not... The number of columns all the way around, you're thinking this is not going to work unless you move quickly.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Down to the room? Okay. I need
Well,
to...
those two are going down to the room, so...
Okay,
get the
who's
fire
going down to the
extinguishers.
room? Okay, I need to... Really quickly...
I'm trying to organise people upstairs to,
Okay,
throw whatever liquids are available
Okay.
onto these pillars.
very good. I need to... I'm trying to find something... here we go. This is exactly what I needed. Okay. The two of you going down there, guess what you see standing outside of that door, looking very pissed? That campus security
Professor
guard.
X.
And he turns towards the two of you and says, "What are you doing down here? You hear the alarm? Get out of here."
What are you doing down here? You hear the alarm? Get out of here.
The doors are chained. Fire's starting. We want those fire extinguishers. Get out the way.
You're not getting around me. And
Sarah-
we're in a combat.
Well, you're in a combat. I'm upstairs organising.
Absolutely. So, really rapidly, I forgot to open up my card deck because I didn't realize that we were going to be playing ETU today. It was one of those wonderful things. And this is for you, Rob. You get to take that over again, don't you? That is a 2. You
Why
get
do I get
the
to
jack.
take it again?
You get the jack.
No, it was Christine.
Christine. Okay.
Sorry.
So you
what
get a
was that?
2. You get a jack.
I get a jack.
The security guard gets a 4. All right. So, you get to go first. What do you want to do?
Who? Sorry, I'm who? Because I got no turn control. So me? Is this me?
Yes.
You're up.
She pulls out her little can of pepper spray, and she is squinting in his eyes.
I love it. Make the roll you need to make. I think this is like a shooting roll.
Yeah. So what do I roll then? This is where I'm lost.
Does it say on the actual device you've got what you roll?
So it says on a successful shooting roll.
Okay.
So
If you don't have shooting, that's untrained. So you can go ahead and roll a d4 minus 2.
I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
Oh, that's crap. I'm giving her Benny.
Very good. Benny this thing. Okay.
Try again.
Come on, Grace. Ooh.
Oh,
Not so much. Do you want to spin another Benny?
I can't, can I? Because wasn't that
Yes, you may.
that was a 1. That was a 1.
Oh, did you have a critical fail? No, you did not. You get a 1 on both dice for critical.
Oh, okay. You gotta have a 1 on both. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. In
You
that
may.
case, go on. What the heck? Whatever. She's gonna spend another Benny. Why not?
Might as well.
Might as well.
Ooh,
Oh no, she's not.
that ain't no good. Okay.
I got all my lucks rolled out on my untrained. Damn.
So you spray this, and he steps to the side of you. It's a thick, gooey, long stream. It's not like a cloud, and it just goes by him. And he swerves around that, and it's his turn. And he takes his nightclub out and goes to whack your buddy who's standing there right next to you. And so he is going to make a fighting roll. I'm sorry, because I'm quickly looking up. D6 is his roll.
Yeah, because
Is
I
that
wouldn't
on
have
the
had my
character sheet
baseball
for him?
bat on me, would I?
And he has
I wouldn't have taught that.
he rolls a 4. What is your parry?
2.
Fish 2. So he hits you. And this is going to be a d6 plus 2 damage. Ooh, 8. That is going to... What's your toughness?
5.
Can we
5,
turn the music
6,
off?
7. Yeah, I can do that. That is getting a little bit
Sorry,
irritating,
it's
isn't it?
really distracting me. Really irritating.
That's awesome. Okay, so that is only 3 above, so you are going to be shaken
Yep.
by the blow. Okay?
Yep.
And we now move to you. You want to roll to unshake, or you're going to spin a Benny and just do it? Or you just go ahead and roll and then see what happens, and then maybe spin a Benny.
Yeah.
Let's see your unshake. You succeeded.
Okay. So as he comes in, I'm going to punch the fucker.
Do it. Fighting?
Well,
Yeah, I should have punched him.
I would prefer to actually, I don't know, outsmart him and make him think that something else is going to happen. But no, he's just whacked me for 6, so I'm going to.
It's definitely
try.
fighting.
I'm gonna
Okay.
spend a Benny.
Oh, that ain't no good. Okay, Benny goes out.
There's another
Yep.
one.
Okay. You roll. Have you rolled?
Right. Okay. Hang on. I need to take one of those bennies back.
Oh,
And I'll tell you the reason for why. The calculating a few seconds to study my foe's actions gives your hero a major advantage. When his action card is a 5 or less, I'm a 2, he ignores up to 2 points of penalties. So, if I didn't roll that one, and I didn't roll that one, I would have still been...
So I really hate to do this to you.
Yeah,
but
no, it wouldn't have mattered.
There's no penalties.
There is. I'm unskilled.
That's fair enough. I would give you that. However, as you said, it did not play out.
Yeah. So there's that one then. And I'll try again.
Go for it.
But now we have to add. I put +2 on both of those, so I've got a 5 on the wild dice.
Okay, there's a hit.
Okay.
Roll your strength.
Yeah. This will be good. Oh, hang on.
Don't
ask me what
handy.
the fuck that just happened there. But that's a 1.
Not on the wild die.
I didn't roll over on the attack, did I? So I can't use a wild die for damage.
Dang it, you're right. No. So you, with your chess club swing, go, and your wrist sort of breaks. Not breaks, but it bends as you hit him in the side of the chin, and he goes, "What the?" And we are in the next round. Upstairs, what are you doing? Yeah, I think you've probably erased about 2 or 3 more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let us go really quickly to fish. That's nice. Jack clubs. We go now to Grace. 6 of hearts. And then we go to the bad guy who, oh, look at that. Ace of clubs. Anyone want to spend a Benny for a new card? That's rude. So, he is going to attack this time the young lady. Rolls D6. I'm going to spend one of my bennies. And it's behind my rolling thing. Okay. So I spend one of my bennies. And I'm going to roll again. Oh. Fail. So he swings at you with his nightstick and misses, Grace. And it is now your turn, Fish.
Okay, I see the dude's left me alone and is concentrating on Grace. So I'm going to do the really manly, chivalrous, heroic thing of ignoring the fight and ducking into the closet and pulling out a couple of fire extinguishers. And if I can, I'm going to throw one at the dude because I've got my representation of distance.
Yep.
So
he
I
will
don't
take
know
a
whether
swing
I'll
at
make
you.
it.
Oh, he hits you. That's a 6. So he rolls again. So he, as you went by him, he gets a 11 as a hit. What is your dodge?
That hit.
What's your
My parry's
dodge?
2.
2 parry. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's with the raise. So we get an extra 6 to this. Damage is 5 plus a d6. So 6 points total damage. What is your toughness?
5.
So he only goes 1, so you're shaken again. So you do not move further towards the room as he hits you as you go by. Okay. let us move across to Grace.
Okay. So this is one of the things we should have kind of set up a bit more beforehand. I was worried about fighting. So she is going to basically try and grab this nightstick and I don't know, is it grapple it off him? I don't know quite what it is. She doesn't have those sort of...
So you can make a fighting roll that is a call shot, -4, to grab it. Then that's a failure.
Fine, last penny's going.
Very good. Come on now.
No,
Come
it's
on.
not going to get any better.
Terrible.
No, Roger.
So you grapple towards his wrist, and he shoves your hands away.
Can I not use
What are you
strength?
doing? What?
I want to use strength again. I failed on this grapple. I am forcing this bastard back into the room and shoving him against the bloody fire extinguishers. I want to use strength. I'm basically trying to push him with my strength.
Sadly, you have used
it doesn't let me do that.
action. What I'll do is I'll give you strength -2 because it's your second action. I'm being really kind.
Well, no, I think it's because I'm not understanding the best best way to get stuff out of her. I am using shit that she's not trained in, and
Fair enough.
And she's all piled up in strength and stuff, but it's not letting me use strength for anything, and I don't understand why. It's the setup I've done for her is obviously not good enough. She's meant to be the main fighter.
Roll, not a strength roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I wouldn't mind. Strength and agility is the same.
Okay. So you want to shove him back into the room. I'm going to give this a -2 because it is your second action. And you would have had a -2 on the other. But we can go strength on strength. Go ahead.
Pause a second. Christine, you just said that your strength and agility are the same.
Yeah.
Are they D4?
Fine. No.
No, but you have to be trained in fighting to...
I have got fighting, but fighting is a D4, and I don't understand why, but it's a D4. Because it's not going on anything. It says it's supposed to be going on agility, but it's not going on agility.
No, agility is the controlling stat. It means that your fighting can be up to your
okay, yep.
agility for 1 point per point, but if it goes over your agility, you then have to pay more.
Which is a flaw in me. I've misunderstood creating the character in the first place, but that's my fault. So anyway, let's just get in.
If I could offer, try a shove instead of a grapple. Try a shove because that would be an opposed strength check.
Yep, that's what she's doing.
That's what I'm doing, I believe.
Absolutely, just -2.
I'm shoving this guy back into the room.
Absolutely. Let's see it. So give me your strength roll. So you've given me a 5. Let me double check really quickly what his strength is. He's got a D6 in strength.
That's not 5 anyway, it's 3, so it doesn't do it.
Oh no. Well,
because it's -2.
Oh, he beats that.
Yeah.
And you're out of bennies.
No, it wouldn't be a -2, would it? Because it's a shove. So
it was -2 because it was the second action.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anthony was being generous in not requiring her to declare all the actions beforehand.
So you've shoved against him. He's shoved back, and no one went anywhere. He whacked your friend as he was trying to go by, and we are in another quick round. You have erased maybe one more of those things, but they're smoking and they're starting to flame.
Okay. I'm starting to wonder where they are.
I think you are absolutely wondering where they are. Do you want to head that way?
Andy's going to head that way. Yeah.
Fair enough. You'll catch up probably next round. Okay. This is you with a 9 there, Mr. Fish. Ma'am?
Roll it again. Pick it again, please.
4. You can kick that away.
Yep.
Look at that. King.
Thank you.
And then he will get a 9 of hearts. His 9 of hearts will go before the 9 of clubs. Okay. You go first, young lady.
So I still have my hands basically wrapped around his back at the moment, and I am basically going to try again to shove this guy back into the control room and against these canister things that are behind him.
Absolutely. Give him a good shove. Let's see that strength roll. Oh, there's a 5.
Oh, for God's sake.
Let's see what he gets on his D6. He's going to roll. And he gets 2. You shove him back. He stumbles back into the room and bangs into some of the stack of fire extinguishers. He does not fall, but he's back in that room. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's fair enough.
And there's a little bit of separation between you now for you to do things you want to do. Do you want to do any movement? Up, down,
no,
the
I'm trying
room?
to pin him back. I'm trying to hold him
Okay,
back.
so you're going to push into the room with him.
Yeah.
No, it says here, a character who's successfully pushed must make an athletics roll.
Oh,
or be knocked prone.
Okay, then let's do that. I will make a athletics roll. Let's see if he's even got athletics. I think that he does not, and will be rolling a D4.
-2.
-2. He fails and falls prone. Nice narc. Well played. And he falls onto the floor. And you follow in right after him. Close. Okay, let us move across to Fish, who is shaken.
Lost my mouse. Let's see if I can unshake first. Can now act. He's prone. Grace is getting very jiggy with him. So I'm going to pick up...
Can you describe it?
I'm going to pick up one of the fire extinguishers that are close to the guy's head, and I'm going to drop it on his head.
Okay.
His parry is reduced by 2 because he's prone.
This is a fighting roll, but it is -2 for him, for his parry.
Drop an item. Throwing usually requires an attack, so I don't need to. I don't need to actually. I drop it, and then does he take damage?
Nope. You're going to have to make a fighting roll because he's still going to be trying to dodge that as you drop it.
So being prone is.
How's he dodging if he's prone?
He just moves his head to the side. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, -2.
So
Okay.
It's minus
Oh yeah, -2. It's not -2. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll calculate and do all that shit. More out of morbid interest to see what Grace is doing, really.
Okay.
Why did that not do?
Ooh.
3.
That ain't no good.
Oh, hang on. I am not shaken because I've already done that. Okay. So I didn't manage to do that. Can I see any zip ties?
Yeah. Hanging out of his pocket.
Okay. Whilst I'm down there, can I just grab the zip ties?
Athletics. He's moving around. Yep, you got one.
Okay, my go's done.
Okay, you got a zip tie. Very, very good.
He's
That's
gonna
it.
and try and unprone himself. It's his go, isn't it? No. Has he been?
No, he's already been. So I think he. No.
It's
He hasn't been.
Grace's turn now.
He's meant to have been, but I don't think he's been. No, I went at the start. I pushed him back into this room.
Yeah, he was
Pushed
ahead
him
of
prone.
Rob.
Yes.
Nope. He stands back up. That's all he does in this round.
Okay.
Okay. And now I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna do yourself. So, fish, the 5. You want to get rid of that?
No, I'll keep it.
Okay, you got the 5. Let's see here, Grace. You've got the 10 of hearts.
Yep.
This time, coming down the hall with the door open and you can hear the fighting, you get the Jack of Diamonds.
Hey.
The security guard gets a 3 of clubs and will go absolutely last.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you're up.
Me first. Okay.
Yes.
Andy's going to come running into the room. He sees what's going on,
Oh, yeah.
and he basically just throws himself at this security guard. So he's going for a grapple.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so
Which
this
is
is
an opposed. Sorry, no, it's an opposed
Yeah.
athletics check.
athletics.
What? But I
Grappling
tried
is
to
an
grapple him and I
opposed-
was told it was fighting.
Nope, it's an opposed athletics
I
check.
thought you were grabbing his.
I tried to
His
grapple his
truncheon.
stick thing off him.
Yes, that wasn't.
And
a
I did
grapple.
describe it as a grapple it off him.
Okay. I probably owe you something at some point.
Right, so it does say here the gang
Yeah.
up bonus applies when grappling a defender.
Yep, you got the gang up. You guys are all around him.
So that's
I think you'll get
3
2.
people near him, so that's -2, I believe, for his
Absolutely.
roll. Okay.
And let me double check what his athletics is. Pending, and his athletics is untrained.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Absolutely. So I will roll a d4 -2. He fails completely. You have grappled him.
Yeah, I succeeded. Okay.
Absolutely.
So it wasn't a raise, so he is entangled.
Yes. So it's minus. He can still make movement. and
Victim can't
actions.
move and is distracted as long as he remains so.
Yep. So he can make actions, but he can't move. So you guys are.
Well, and he's
doing your
distracted,
fight.
whatever distracted
That's
does.
a -2 for any of his actions.
Okay.
And just barreling through the room, the
Hello.
tall, gangly buddy of yours just
Short.
plows.
Short!
Short.
Calling me short. He's
Oh,
short.
gosh, I'm mixing you too. Just plows into him and wraps him up to where he can't move. He's like, "What the?" Okay, next. 10 of hearts.
Tie him up. And Andy's going to say, tie him up.
Well, I believe my colleague's got some cable ties. Does he pass them to me?
They're there, ready. They're in my hand.
You can grab him.
Hey,
That's not going to be
grab
an
'em.
action.
Yeah.
You got it.
Grab
They're
'em.
so close. I can smell
Slip
your
them
breath.
over.
Athletics. Opposed
Okay.
athletics, you can completely tie him up. I'll give him even a -2 because he's already grappled.
There you go.
5. His athletics is, of
Although
course,
that's
a-
academy.
Don't you be looking at me like that. Don't you be
That's-
don't
You
you
did
be looking at me
academics,
like that.
Grace.
Yeah, you need
Great.
athletics, dear.
Sorry. There it is.
It's
Sorry.
the same dice, isn't it?
The same dice.
Yeah.
This is
Okay,
look at this.
if it's the
She's
same
tickling
dice,
me.
I'll give you
She's
the first
tickling
one.
me and
You-
it's
you
not
beat him
fair.
anyway. You zip tie his hands. Okay, next.
Picking on me. I've got 2 hounds picking on me now. 2.
It's me then, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Can I wrench the nightstick out of his hand?
Yeah, I'll just do opposed athletics on that because he's all tied up and he's got his hands done.
What makes you think
Sure.
I've got athletics? Okay, yeah, I do actually.
You always get athletics. Everyone gets athletics.
Except
D6.
for this guy.
Well,
There
yeah.
you go.
There you go. You've got his nightstick. What are you
Okay.
kids screwing everything up?
Fuck you. Good night. Whack on the side of his temples.
Absolutely. He's out. Okay. What do you do?
Okay, those pillars are going up in flames. Andy grabs hold of one of the fire extinguishers and he starts whacking at this padlock on the chain.
Strength.
He's just going to break that padlock off.
Okay, strength. Let's give it.
Okay.
It's going to be a
He's
strength
very
minus.
ineffectively. I mean, you can see how thin and weedy he is.
He's got the idea,
Honestly,
though.
You are
Let's
amazed
help him.
that he took this. I mean, obviously, he was only surprised that
It's strength minus 4. Look at this. Oh, minus 4.
that's a D4. He rolls 2 4s and a 1.
And I said minus 4. Oh, that sucks.
No,
That's right.
D4 minus 4, it's 5.
Oh, it is. You're right.
Yeah.
Look at my math. Okay.
I mean, I rolled
With-
over
Did you
twice
go to
with
East
get that
Texas
9.
University?
with absolute everything you've got, you whack that thing, and it breaks the lock right off. It pops that padlock. The
Unchain
chain,
it and turning that thing round.
absolutely. And like you can hear in the halls the sprinklers going off. Okay. Toodaloo, toodaloo, toodaloo. We're moving forward in time slightly to where the three of you are standing in an office. Behind the desk sits the president of the university. He says, "So, I understand that a security guard, Mr. Alvin Jenkins, he evidently was having a mental breakdown of some sort, and you supposedly intervened. However, I mean, I do see that the cops saw that someone had UV dye on their hands from pulling a fire alarm in a perfectly empty building with no fire."
I mean, there was no fire. Everyone
We
saw
were
the
chained
fire.
in. You just don't
Yeah,
even
people were
start on
chained
that.
in, but there was you guys
doors
stopped
were
the fire
chained
before
shut.
it went.
Yeah, but there were people there who were trying to
And there was
put out the
smoke.
smoking.
You said that they were
Oh
smoking
yeah,
pillars.
there were.
Where are
And he's
you
like,
going
we
with
talked to
this
people.
thing?
They were saying there was some smoke, but there's stone columns. I don't.
Dean, where are you going with this?
This is the president of the university,
Sorry,
not the dean.
President of the university. Where are you going with this?
So,
Because
one
I can
side of
assure
the
you,
desk-
my father will be suing all of those fire extinguishers locked up.
Yes,
This whole
absolutely,
building,
this
vulnerable.
gentleman was absolutely having a mental event. You guys see that in the room are two other people. One is a tall, handsome black man in a ill-fitting suit who is taking notes in his notebook. He's obviously a cop. And the other person in the room is in the wheelchair. You recognize Glenn Mack.
Mhm.
The president says, "Look, I mean, I don't know if we're going to really get to the bottom of this. I know you kids think you did the right thing. I know you thought you were
We
helping.
did the
and
we did the right thing. For the burn on his arm, that place was going up if we hadn't put it out.
Well, as my understanding is of fire alarms, is that you use them in the case of fire and also in the case of the threat of an emergency. I mean, you would use one if there was a bomb threat, surely. So
You need persuade.
the bomber doesn't have to go off for you to
You need
use the
persuade.
fire alarm.
I want the persuade. Here we go. And you guys can help him if you would like with what you said.
Yeah, I would like
So
to.
each of you guys can roll a persuade.
I would. I mean, I'm just
Roll
going
over.
to. I'm just going to say.
Oh,
A young lady
You don't
dressed
need
in
help.
white. A young lady dressed in white pulled me out of the room, told us that we were going to burn. We noticed on two separate occasions in two separate rooms that there was no fire extinguisher. And when I pulled the fire alarm, nothing came out of the sprinklers. So We corrected that when we went down to the control room. The security guard wasn't having a mental breakdown, but it's very nice of you to put it that way. He knew what he was doing. He had a grudge, and I'm not a fighting
We prevented a disaster on your university campus.
And all the doors were barred from the outside. We couldn't get out of the building at all. So, if you're going to tell me that that the police here are going to do something about it, then maybe they can try.
It's
But
Agent
the
Alvarez.
university will be looking surely at their fire safety standards. I do believe that's a thing that the fire chief would not take too kind of. Oh, and by the way, it's all on mobile phone as well because I took the pictures and the video of everything.
The guy in the suit says, I'd be happy to take that phone for a little bit if you don't mind.
Yeah, you can fuck right off. It's my phone. I'm a British citizen.
We'll send you a copy.
I'll send you copies of the files, but you're not having my phone.
You're not having the originals.
Now, I don't have a Fifth Amendment, a Fourth Amendment right or a Second Amendment rights because I'm British. But I can tell you this red coat ain't going down.
The cop goes, you are here. Listen, here's my card. And he hands it to you. He says, I'm Detective Alvarez with the Pine Box City Police. Just please send that to the email address that you see on there. If not, I'll need to come by and talk to you again.
Grace takes the card and she puts his number and his email address and everything into her phone. That's great. I will make sure we contact you next time there's any issues with this university and their security. You are on short dial. She puts it in as a favourite.
This is very interesting.
You're going to be coming here a lot if this is if just that day one is anything to go by.
He looks at you guys. The president looks at him. They seem skeptical of everything. They don't know exactly what happened. The fire never actually appeared. Some students said something about throwing punch on walls. But most people that were questioned just said that they were chained in the building and that there's this crazed security guard who is scaring everybody. The president says to you, he says, look, I hate you guys to get off on the wrong foot or anything.
Oh, it's not us that got off on the wrong foot. It's you that's got off on the wrong foot. This is no way to greet students.
I see your point, and I definitely take it as a less than optimal starting point for our entire freshman class. We'll have to do something about that. Maybe another party. And he's looking around, and Professor Glenn Mack raises his hand, almost like he's in class, and the president goes, "Oh, Professor," and Glenn Mack says, "I think maybe I will vouch for these students and sort of take them as some of my counselees, and if you don't mind, I will question them further on some of the things they saw, but I'll vouch for their behavior." The president you can tell he's just like elated that the problem's out of his freaking lap. And he's like, that sounds like a great idea. And that's where we'll end it tonight.
Woo!
So, what do you guys think of East Texas University as far as an interesting setting?
Fucking
it's
dangerous
very
place to go to learn.
I think I need to do some tweaking of my character.
If you got all the way to the end, we appreciate your support. Thank you for watching the NVRA whilst we bring you content of different games. If you like what we have done, please like and subscribe.